His name's Joey, and my name's Logan, and this is a Kick-Ass Cigar Review. All right, buddy. Tell them what we got today.
We have Superfly by Oscar Valladares.
Yes.
This is the Corona. My buddy over here has all the
I've got the stats for you on this.
stats on it.
If you guys don't know, this is just kind of our little, I guess, more of a deep dive series just of reviews.
Mm-hmm.
We cut them up a little shorter than a typical podcast, but we just strictly talk about one cigar during the video.
Correct.
And so, like Joey told you, this week is the Oscar Valladares Superfly. We have the Corona, which is a 45 by 5. It's 45 ring gauge, 5 inches in length. It is a San Andreas Mexican wrapper.
Job roll in the R.
Yeah, I wrecked that. A Honduran binder with Dominican and Honduran and Nicaraguan fillers. And it has, to me, a very mint chocolate smell on the wrapper. What do you think?
Yeah.
Am I right on that?
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I thought that because I just smoked this last week.
Yeah. Has a very, very mint chocolate taste on the wrapper.
Yeah, it does. Very clean scent off the wrapper.
Really like it. What about the cold draw? Did you cut yours up yet, or?
Yeah. It's a little earthy to me.
Yeah.
You know, little hay, little barnyardy. Cocoa. So that's what I get off the cold draw. You can tell me if how close I was or
Snipping mine up. I'm using a V cut. What kind of cut did you use on it?
I typically always go straight cut.
Yeah, I kind of have an earth too to it. And it's very, like, I still get that kind of minty.
Yeah.
Like, almost like, it's very, very unique. Never really had anything, like, taste like that
Have
before.
you ever had the Java Mint by Drew Estate?
I haven't had the mint. I've had the regular Java.
So the smell kind of, not as potent as that, but kind of reminds me of that. The cold draw to me is just very earthy. I don't really get much mint on the cold draw like you do.
Right.
Maybe that'll open up once I get it lit, start getting into it, but draw's perfect. This was a really good burner for me as well. Burned straight pretty much all the way throughout. Yeah, you know what? The mint does definitely pick up once you light it.
Yeah, just
like I get the mint. I get the mint and the chocolate that you're picking out, and there's like a underlying sweetness though.
Mm-hmm.
That almost feels like something totally different than the chocolate and the mint that we're picking out.
Yeah, definitely one of the more interesting.
Absolutely not earthy at all right now though.
No, almost no earth right off the bat. Very smooth, no pepper, really.
Mm-mm.
The flavor is actually very mild for me right now.
Yeah.
It's almost not even.
That will ramp up because I remember thinking that the other time, or at least for me it did. But
all right, well, we're gonna get into the first third of this bad boy, and we will update you here in a moment.
Check back,
and we're back. I like saying that all sexy, like, and we're back. Feel like a radio star.
Turns me on.
So, we talked about it, and we said that, first of all, the construction on these things is just beautiful. He's got a perfect burn going. I am way too quick of a smoker, so I already had to ash mine.
That's what I was saying, though. Mine burnt
perfectly
straight all the way down to the band last time.
Yeah.
The draw on this, which we've already talked about as well, the draw and the smoke output on this could not ask for a better performing cigar.
Yeah, the smoke output is perfect. It puts out just the right amount of smoke. Like you said, the draw, it's
Yeah.
not too tight, not too open.
Mm-hmm.
It's really just kind of right there, dead center in the middle where you
Yeah.
kind of
God,
want it to be.
it's just
Um,
so it's so perfect, man. You know,
yeah.
it's we talk about this sometimes on our podcast episodes, but sometimes you just have that cigar that you just can't stop looking at, and
hmm
this is one of them for me.
Yeah, the band is just freaking awesome to me too.
I mean,
Like,
even without the band, I mean, just
yeah.
the cigar, the way it's burning,
Oh
the
yeah.
construction, the ash is super tight. It's white. I mean, this is a kickin' ash cigar.
Hey, all
So,
rights reserved.
yeah, flavor notes.
Yeah, flavor notes. Definitely getting some like some floral notes.
Yeah, that's that underlying sweetness I was talking about
Yeah,
when we first started.
it's got a very floral,
Like
almost like
lavender almost.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we said. Lavender, just a touch of mint still to it for me. Very woodsy. At this point, you know, it's got some cedar to it and a little bit of kind of nuttiness and um, you know, just kind of like a almost like a bright kind of freshness to it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You know, the more I'm smoking this now and I've been thinking about it and analyzing the mint, I don't really think it's mint for me.
hmm
It's like more like pine.
Okay.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's
So
sort of in the same vein.
yeah, I think that's kind of what I get because it's a super. It's not like pungent. It's super clean. It's fresh. I mean, this would be a cigar that I could enjoy with a cup of black coffee. This is a cigar that I could see myself enjoying with like a glass of wine.
Yeah.
I could see myself enjoying this with literally almost anything. I mean, it's a very flavorful cigar.
Yeah, and
And on the retro, a little bit of pepper comes out, but not much. I mean, it's I would say it's probably medium body in terms of flavor, but it's not super spicy.
yeah, I would say it started off mild, but it's now transitioned to medium.
Mm-hmm.
And the Corona size, like I could see myself just like um you know, smoking this kind of whenever, wherever. Like this would
Yeah.
be a perfect cigar to take if you're going out for the night. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
you're going, you know, night on the town, you're drinking or something like that, and you want to have a cigar that, you know, kind of is versatile and it also wouldn't take the longest to smoke. I mean, we've probably only been sitting here smoking what 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and we're not quite halfway, but about halfway through.
Yeah.
Um, so you know, just kind of starting into the second, third. So yeah, um, so far the Superfly is Superfly in our books. Into the Kick and Ash and the Superfly. You see.
She's a super freak. Super freak. Every time I think Superfly, I think of two things.
Yeah.
Super freak, for some reason.
Okay.
And then Jimmy, Superfly Snooker. It's a little bit of
I think that too.
yeah.
And then when I see the band, I just think of like 80s or I'm sorry, like 70s funk.
Do you remember Twisted Metal? Like the old like Nintendo 64 Twisted Metal?
You mean the PlayStation?
I'm pretty
Is it?
sure it was on the 64. I could be wrong. But I mean, I
I
was a
think it's a
kid.
PlayStation exclusive.
It could, well, I don't know, maybe whatever. But do you remember the pimp in that
Yeah,
game?
yeah,
And he had like
yeah.
the groovy fucking like
Yep,
steering wheel cover and all that.
that's exactly what he's like.
This
Or
kind
this
of
fun.
is what it reminds me of that.
Yep.
You know, or like very Starsky and Hutchy.
Yeah. Oscar just makes some beautiful looking cigars.
Yeah.
As far as the actual cigar, the band, everything, like it just ends up being really good stuff. And I'm of course having to relight it, but don't take that as much. It's just always happens when we end up talking.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, we'll get into the second, third, and update you from there.
And the third, then the fourth.
And we're back. Never gets old. Second, third, more of the same
Mm-hmm.
notes. Not too much of a transition. Still getting just a really bright floral taste to it. It's just got a hint of sweetness, but
Yep.
it's more kind of like a just kind of like I said, bright, kind of crisp floral note.
Yep.
Still some woodsiness. Definitely is more getting into the medium, maybe not quite full,
Yeah,
but
I would say medium body.
medium body for sure. Construction is still going well. Burn is pretty perfect. Had to do a couple touch ups, but again, normally that we have to do that just because we're talking and smoking and moving it around and all sorts of stuff. So
Yep.
not gonna hold it against that too much. What else you got?
I'm still getting that piney taste. The floral still coming through very, very strong. It's almost like roses. If you smell like a
Mm-hmm.
rose, it's
Yep.
very clean like that. Especially on the retro hail, dude. It's like
Yeah.
on the retro, it's like honey and floral. Um, the pine, I still get a little bit of cocoa. Um, call me crazy, but a couple of these puffs, I'm like, this kind of tastes like fried chicken. You know what I mean? Like, and
Really?
I'm not the type of person that ever like will throw
Right.
super weird major things out like that. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah.
and not that it's a bad thing, but it's just got this like, I don't know, is it like meaty?
Yeah,
You
I
know
know
what I
what you're
mean?
saying a little bit.
So,
It's just very like the flavor to me, like the word I would use is like deep. It's just a very
mm-hmm,
deep flavor.
mm-hmm.
It's very um it's pretty
I mean,
complex.
look at the burn. I mean, I just ashed that because neither one of us are really like ever compete for long ash or anything like that because we just don't like making a mess. So
Yeah.
when it gets to a point where I feel like it's a little shaky, I'll tap it. So I tapped it out, and I mean, it's still. I mean, it's not razor sharp, but it's not too far off from it.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Draw is still perfect. There's like something else in there.
Sometimes when you think about like a Maduro, you think like, this is something I would smoke like right before bed because it's gonna put me out or whatever.
Yeah,
But with this one particularly, like I feel like I could smoke this first thing in the morning.
I think the
Like,
peppers picked up for me around this point.
yeah, yeah, there is definitely still some pepper. It feels like the closer you get to the end,
Mm-hmm.
um,
It's picking up a little
yeah,
more
it's
more
picking up and
steam.
picking up. But what's interesting is, and I don't know if you know, maybe it's just the Corona, the smaller Vitola, the smaller ring gauge, but like it really hasn't like lost its firmness.
No,
You know,
no,
like
it
a lot of
definitely has
times
it.
the
It's very well constructed and packed
yeah, a
and
lot of
rolled.
times it starts to get soft and
Yeah, it's
um,
not burning hot.
nah,
You know what I mean?
nah, really great job on this, Oscar. Really enjoying this cigar. Really glad I got a box on Black Friday. I
Yo,
had never smoked this cigar, and the box price was so good, and I had wanted it for so long that I was
should
just
we
like,
share the box price on this?
yeah, I
Because I
think,
mean, I think it's a pretty killer deal.
yeah, I don't know if you can still get it on cigars.com. But I think I used two promo codes, so I basically got 50% off, and I ended up only paying like $55 for the box. I think it was already on sale. Might not still be on sale, so please don't hold me to that. But
Yeah,
um,
box of 20
yeah, I got 20 of these
for
for.
$55. What does that come down to? We
Phew,
can do that.
we can
We can do this, man.
can we do this math?
See,
I can do this
it's
math on my phone because I got it right
yeah,
here.
let's do that.
So we don't embarrass ourselves.
Yeah, let's
So 55 divided by 20,
So this is for
275.
us. I mean, this isn't retail, but for us, what we paid, well, what he paid for these, he bought the box. He didn't want to bring me in on the split on that one, but $2.75
Yeah, I
is
swear.
how much Logan paid per cigar. And this cigar,
Mm-hmm.
this is phenomenal.
Yeah. Now I'm not gonna. I doubt you're gonna get that deal every day.
No, you're not. But even
Um.
at the 100 whatever it is, uh, I'm saying probably like 120ish or so is usually what I see him go for various Vitolas.
Yeah, I'm just verifying. I wonder if I can verify that. That price. I swear that it was no more than that, but it was a crazy deal.
Yeah. But I mean, either way,
50% off is 50%
yeah,
off. That's
50%
just
off is 50%
if
off.
you
But
guys didn't get
I
that.
I would easily pay like $11 to $12 for this cigar, a single for
Absolutely.
this cigar.
Yeah. I mean, it, I mean, Oscar cigars.
I've never been let down by them.
Yeah, I haven't been either. I mean,
I think they're a little underrated too, in my opinion.
yeah, I really don't feel like you hear them talked about as much.
No, I don't believe so.
I have been seeing this cigar more and more often out there in the interwebs world of cigars, and
Yeah, the Superfly,
yeah,
I've been seeing a ton of.
and now I understand why.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So we're gonna smoke it down a little bit more. We'll come back, let you know what we're thinking there. But so far, I mean, it's still kicking ass. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, absolutely.
If at this point you're not sold on this cigar, There's probably nothing else that we can say
Yeah.
after,
Yeah.
when we come back, that's going to make you want to buy this. But seriously, even if you can just get one, and I vouch for, a lot of cigars, but I don't vouch that hard for a lot of cigars.
Hmm.
We vouch hard for the tyrannical buck. I vouch very, 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 very hard on the Superfly, and
Yeah.
especially in the Corona. It's the only size I've had. I smoked one last week. This is my second one. I'm a Corona guy though,
Yep.
and this is perfect.
And I would say that he's definitely not blowing smoke up your ass because I'm typically the one who's like hype on a cigar
Yeah, that's
way
true.
before you are. Like I just there's a ton of cigars out there I love and get really hype on, and I feel like when you start to really get hype on one, like
Yeah, it's a good cigar.
yeah, it's typically takes a lot for you to get hype on it. So
Also, before we cut to our next break, we decided that during our reviews, we're going to rate these. We've been doing 1 to 5 Kickin Ash donkeys or whatever. We're going to stick with that on the podcast because we have a little bit more fun on our podcast. We're going to be a little bit more serious with our cigar reviews. So we're actually going to do just your standard rating of 1 to 100
yeah,
during our actual reviews. So stick around to see what we rate this as.
absolutely. Catch you at the final third, and we're
We're
back.
back.
Final third. This thing is phenomenal, and it literally only gets better and better
Mm-hmm.
to the very end.
Absolutely.
I don't know if you can see, but I'm pretty much to the point where I would probably start considering putting this out. But it actually, the construction is so good on the cigar. Um, and I'm about to ash it. But just kind of show you this ash here. It's still just so firm and
Yeah.
not burning hot all the way down that I feel like I could really nub this thing pretty significantly and not have to
I could say
worry.
the same, and you know that I never nub a cigar. Usually, just past the band points. Usually when I put it out,
Yeah.
'cause that's when it starts burning hot for me, and then that familiar wet, spongy feel that a lot of cigars will have once you start smoking them down towards the end.
Right.
This doesn't have it.
No, it really doesn't. Construction is actually kind of blowing my mind.
Yeah.
It's just super
And
super consistent.
we didn't really talk about it, but the wrappers is very, very smooth, like very velvety.
Yeah. But it's very firm and it's very like you said, it's just not spongy. It's not it really hasn't gotten soft at all.
Mm-hmm.
And then the flavor. For me, the biggest thing I'm noticing is just the body is kind of picking up. It's really getting some pepper zing on the retrohale,
Yep.
which I'm loving because it's just the right amount, and it's a very flavorful pepper. It's still bright, and it's we talked about like just kind of herbal, still that floral, and then you know even pretty much called it a floral honey bomb.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
exactly what it is.
yeah, and it's just so good.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, we've been pretty consistent with our comparison on our notes here, but yeah, I mean, I agree. The pepper zing is back, especially on the retro hail. It died off there a little bit, but it came back. Um, the chocolates died off for me though. I will say that much. And then I mentioned earlier it was like fried chicken, but it's just like it tastes like just various spices. I mean, like I
Yeah.
said, I taste pine, kind of like rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
Very like a meaty
Yeah.
kind of
Hearty.
taste to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
very hearty. But the honey and the floral off of this thing is I mean, the aroma off of the smoke is almost sweet.
It's like Paula Deen's kitchen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like good southern.
Nah, this thing don't smell like butter.
It's not butter, but it's just like she's got all them
Yeah,
them
no, I
herbs and
get it, yeah.
spices and that fried chicken.
Smells like grandma's kitchen.
I get it, man. Everybody picks up a little something different. I never really got the cocoa. That's the one thing I didn't really get much of. But that being said, everything else we've talked about, I've pretty much gotten the same sort of taste out of, and
Yeah.
it's just been great. So I think we're kind of pretty much ready to rate this thing.
Yeah. You please go first. 0 to 100.
0 to 100, and we feel like this is gonna really set the tone for like everything else we smoke. or that we rate from here on out.
Yeah.
Um, so, man, I am gonna put this at a 95.
Really?
Yeah, this for me, I have personally, I have like the cigar scanner app, and there's a couple cigars I've rated in there that I kind of am comparing to, and that's also out of 100. But this is right up there with those. And this is honestly, I was a little skeptical at first because of how mild it was tasting.
Yeah.
And then as soon as uh, about the second, third on, it just really came alive for me.
Yeah.
Um, and from there, I've pretty much just fallen in love with this thing. So 95 for me.
I'm actually a little bit higher.
Okay.
I would rate this 97.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked, not this coming Monday, but the following Monday is our Christmas episode, and we're going to actually do our top 10 cigars of the year for us.
Hmm.
Um, and there's a lot of cigars. There's some new releases that we smoked this year as well. And this is ranking very, very highly for me.
Yeah.
Construction's perfect, the draw is perfect, the smoke output's perfect, the flavor profile's perfect. I mean, this is a perfect cigar, and and we talked about it before. You have those cigars where you're like, this is a perfect morning cigar. Or this is a perfect barbecue or summer cigar. This is like a perfect everything cigar.
It
You know,
really is. That's what I
I
said
could
before.
see I
Yeah.
could see this following a steak. I could see this with coffee. I could see this with just. I mean, we're drinking just cold water right now. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
But this cigar, it delivers. It delivers on every possible front that you would want a cigar to deliver on.
Yeah. I'm
So,
literally gonna nub this.
yeah,
I'm lighting it again just because I think we realized also that it's freezing in here.
it's 41 degrees in our
Yeah.
studio,
Yeah.
but
So that also helps with it going out a little bit. But I mean, the crazy thing is like the couple times I've had to relight it, it picks right back up.
yeah,
Doesn't. I mean,
yeah, no wonky burn to it after you
no.
light it. I mean, it goes. I mean, and that says a lot about the construction and the tobaccos and so forth and the way it was rolled. I mean, a lot of care and a lot of
Mhm.
love went into making these cigars.
Yeah.
This is definitely hands down my favorite of the Oscar Valladares line. But goddamn, this is
It's so
good.
funny to me that it ended up being like this because I think originally I was actually more hype on this cigar
Hmm.
than you were
Hmm.
because we first saw it.
Yeah, yeah.
We
That's
first saw it at Tobaccology. Shout out to them. Well, I mean, we may have saw it before then, but we went in there and
yeah.
saw a box of them, and I was like, man, I'd really like to try that cigar, and I think we ended up talking about it, and we are like, there's so much other stuff, we're wanting to try right now, so we kind of
Mm.
backburnered it. But I keep seeing
I'm
it
glad we
everywhere.
did, honestly.
Yeah, me too.
Because
It's
not only did we get a good deal, but I mean, this is falling right in line with our lists as well for the end of the year.
yeah. Sometimes it's crazy. You think you've kind of had it all a little
Hmm.
bit,
Yep.
and this is one of those cigars that now smoking it, I'm like, man, I don't think I've really ever had anything like this before.
Right.
It's very unique.
Yeah. I mean, when you smoke as many cigars as we've been smoking,
Yeah.
especially lately, I mean, we've been trying a lot of new stuff. We still smoke a lot of older stuff as well. And then you smoke cigars. You're like, this is a good cigar. This is a good cigar. This is a great cigar. Whatever. It's kind of, it seems like sometimes it's rare that you get a cigar and you think that you're going to be really high on it. You know what I mean? Because it's like
Hmm.
I've had a lot of cigars. I mean, they're all going to have there's similarities to it, but no,
Yeah.
it turns right around and then it just it proves you wrong.
Yep.
And you were right. I wasn't super high on it, not for any reason in particular. There was just like he said, a lot of other things that I wanted to try. Um, I actually ended up picking up a one off by Illusione and smoking that.
Yeah. That day.
Yeah, that day I smoked that day, and I actually picked that over this cigar.
Hmm.
But man, I'm so glad that we were able to get these in, especially before the end of the year, because this is
It's making the list.
yeah, yeah, it's super good. Where will it make the list? You'll have to tune in on our December 23rd episode
Yep.
to check it out. So that said, I believe we've said all we could. If you don't buy these, you're missing
You're
out.
crazy.
That's
You're
for
missing
sure.
out. Yep.
Oscar team, killer job with this. I mean,
Absolutely.
seriously.
There you have it, folks. 95, 97. Great rated cigar. Pick one up. And as always.
Where can they find us, actually?
Oh, yeah. We never even say that sometimes. We forget to tell them.
Yeah, you got to tell them.
They can find us on Instagram at Team Kickin Ash. I got that right, didn't I?
I think it's Team Kick Ash.
Team Kick Ash?
Is it Team? What is it?
I swear I had it right that time. Maybe it's Team Kick Ash.
Maybe it is. Let's find out. Yeah, it is. It's Team Kick Ash. We go by
so
Kickin Ash. Yeah, we do. The way Instagram set us up, but Team Kick Ash on Instagram. I'll just take it. I believe
Go
I do
ahead,
it every week.
You've got it down.
Kickin Ash on YouTube. That's where you're going to be able to see these reviews done. You can also find us on the Facebook page now, which is Kickin Ash Cigar Podcast.
Yep.
Because
we should have streamlined this more. We realized that we should put cigar in our name to get more people who smoke cigars to find us. So if we don't have cigar in the name, people might think we're just some sort of friggin' campfire podcast or something.
What are we? So Facebook page, Kickin Ash Cigar Podcast, Kickin Ash on YouTube. You can find us Kickin Ash Cigar Podcast on Spotify and on Apple.
Yep.
Am I missing anything? Team Kick Ash on Instagram. I don't think.
Follow me on Twitter, Humble Humidor.
Yeah, you can. You can follow this mook on Twitter.
On the Twatter.
And I'm on Instagram as well under my personal page. I am Cigar Society. Don't care if you follow me there or not. The only reason I bring it up is because I do share a lot of the content that we do on Kickin Ash. So you can follow me there as well. In case you ever miss it on one page, you have another. It's like a backup.
Yep. And if you want to have like a actual conversation with us, best place to find us is Cigar Society on Facebook. If you ever want to have like a little VHerf, get to know us a little more, we can get to know you guys. Find us on there. That's the easiest way to probably communicate directly with us, or Instagram through the messages. But yeah, find us on there. Like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Let us know what else we should review. And with that being said,
should we? I'm sorry. Should we
just every time I try and end it?
Yeah.
Every time I try and end it.
I feel it's only fair we let them know about our contest still.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a contest going on till December 24th, Christmas Eve. I will put the link in the description to that, where you can win some free cigars, not the Superfly, but some also very highly rated cigars by us. The Yasum Kral Tyrannical Buck. We've got plenty of videos on that, 2 podcasts, and we really want everybody to enter on that so that you have a chance to win some free cigars for Christmas.
And not only if you follow us and subscribe and start watching us a little bit more, not only do you get to see our handsome faces, but that's not the first nor the last contest and or giveaway that we're going to be doing. We have a lot of other things in the works. So make sure you guys follow us if you want to win free shit.
Yep. And always have your cats spayed or neutered. Tip your bartender. What else you want to tell them, Narnie? You want to tell them our blood type, social security number? What else should we give them?
That being said, have a kick-ass day.